Diving into everyday life against the backdrop of the civil rights movement. August Wilson's Two Trains Running runs through March 30th. It stars Jefferson Russell and Michael Anthony Williams, who's from Cincinnati, and they're both here with us to talk about the show. Good to see you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for getting up early with us. Well, Michael, let me start with you since you're the hometown guy. Is it always kind of special to be back home performing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the fire was lit as a fourth grader, going to a show at Playhouse in the Park, and I realized that people were actually making a living doing this, and I knew that was it. That was all she wrote.
And Jefferson, I know that you've performed in Cincinnati before. What's it like for you as an actor to come back to a place that's sort of familiar?
It's like a second home, actually. I've performed probably in Cincinnati more than I have other cities regionally, so it's always nice to come back home, as it were, to Michael's home.
That's great. Tell us a little bit about this show. I'm not familiar with this one. Of course, most people know August Wilson's, at least one of his works. But this one is set in Pittsburgh. We won't hold that against anybody. Yeah. Here in Cincinnati, we're not big Pittsburgh fans. But it's set in a diner, and as we mentioned, during the civil rights movement. Use that as a jumping off point. Tell me about your characters and their roles in the story.
Well, we are, this play is set in '69. So if you think about what was going on in America, the civil rights movement's raging.
Martin Luther King had been killed.
Yes, Malcolm was gone.
All the riots.
And gentrification was building its steam in Pittsburgh. So a lot of boarded up buildings, not a lot of opportunities for the locals. And this is a chance to hear from some of the characters of that time. And my character, basically, he just consistently chronicles what's going on for all of those around them in case they have missed it, and whether they want to hear it or not. And yeah. And
Jefferson?
My guy is he's the numbers runner. He runs the numbers up in the Hill District, and he's also kind of the eyes and ears out on the street, and he comes into the diner and kind of talks about what's going on out there with Holloway, Michael's character, and all the other Memphis and all the other folks in the diner. It's a snapshot of folks who usually don't have their stories told. So that's one of the most wonderful things about August Wilson, the fact that he gives voice to those who previously had been voiceless on the American stage.
And he has inspired so many other playwrights and actors through generations. This is set 50 years ago, but some of these issues, they really still resonate, don't they? Oh yeah. Today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, not just where we live in Maryland, but here in Cincinnati. I mean, these folks in this play are trying to survive, and there are people in this city who are trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, the poverty rate here is terrible.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And for me to be able to come back as an older man, to see that situation is still a problem, if not worse, it's troubling. So when I get up on that stage, I'm coming with a very interesting passion about what I'm trying to do and the story I'm trying to tell, both as an actor, but also as a native Cincinnatian. There's a little bit of extra juice to this.
Well, hopefully some people will see it and it will inspire them.
Absolutely.
Jefferson and Michael, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate your time.
All right.
Go see them in Two Trains Running at Playhouse in the Park. It runs tonight through March 30th, and we have ticket information at local12.com. Click on the Get It Now links. Hope you enjoy your time back home.
Thank
and you too.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.